Okay, so this is going to be a video where I hopefully show a bit of use about how I'm going to use the dividers that I made in the previous video. You'll have to excuse that, it's a works computer and apparently it wants to download and install software even though there's no Wi-Fi connected. So we shall see just how well it does for doing that. What I'm making here is basically a holder for 3 pots. There would be a piece on the bottom, and there would be a piece on the top. The idea being that the pots would sit somewhere in the piece on the top. It's a very rough concept, and I will totally say right now it wasn't my idea. A friend of mine who is actually going to get this saw someone making something similar on Instagram and sent me a picture of it. So whoever you were on Instagram, this is your design, it's not mine. I'm just making it slightly differently. This bit right now, we're going to work out what the space is between those 2 uprights. Now, I've got 3 pots here. I want to be able to say that I've got a good ratio. So, I'm going to work on the theory that I need to be taking roughly that sort of size on the pot. Now, it then becomes a question of do you want this to be the 1 or 1.6? Now, this is the 1.6 end, it's the larger end. The 1 end would be something like that. Obviously, I don't want the pot to fall through the hole, so I'm going to go for something like that. I don't actually know what this dimension is, we're just working off of it based on the calipers. So, if I was to take a piece of wood that's actually going to be cut for the cross piece, which would be here, I'm going to say I want, what did you say it was? That was the 1. So, I need 3 pieces of 1. Now, if I was to drill the 3 holes, I would then have not enough space. Now, you have a choice here. You can either say, well, okay, I'm going to go straight from 1.6, which would get you something along the lines of that. Which would give you a spacing roughly like that. Now, okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If you imagine this is filled with plants, that's probably going to be about right. So we should go for that because this is the first one I'm making and I'm not too worried about it. So, in terms of how you'd actually mark it out, it might actually go something a bit more like this. So you would have, there's a 1.6, there's a 1, there's a 1.6, there's a 1. So that gives us 1, 2, there's a 1.6, there's a 1, and there's a 1.6 to the end. Obviously that, being to there, might come across as too much. So you can do it the other way, or not. It's entirely up to you. So how would that look the other way? It's a good question. So if I was to go a 1, a 1.6, a 1, you get the idea. That gets me a pot there, a pot there, a pot there, and the finish would be there. Which looks a bit better. Obviously, the idea of this is that you're using the golden ratio to get the spacings right. You want to have something that looks really nice. How well that actually works is another question, but this is probably what I'm going to go with. So, because obviously, if these are designed to have plants in, you can expect the plant to be slightly wider than the plant pot. You would hope. So, that's where we'll go. I will post a video of the finish of this later on. In the meantime, I'm going to go and do some work.